Hello dear students, welcome back to science class. Today we are going to start a new lesson, that is sorting materials into different groups. In the previous chapters you have learned the food and its preparation, fibers and the production of fabrics, etc. Right? And today we are going to a new category, a new module, that is how can we sort the materials into different groups. Okay, and in the previous chapter you might have learned how a food item is prepared, how a dish is prepared. Yes, in order to prepare the dish you need to have more than 2 or 3 ingredients. Like same way, in this chapter you are going to learn the difference between the object and the material. So what are materials? What are objects? What is the difference between these two? Materials are required to make an object. How a material convert to object? What is the difference? Okay, these many points we are going to discuss in this chapter. Okay, before moving into the chapter, it is very important to know that what are objects and what are materials and how they are different from one another. We have already learned in the previous chapter, food is made up of more than one ingredients. And how objects are made? They are made up of more than one material. Okay, generally you can say that an object is a thing that is made up of one or more material. If you look around, you will find yourself surrounded by variety of objects like table, chair, books, notebook, blackboard, eraser, bottles, almirah, fan, AC, utensils, purses, sofa, clothes, shoes, matchbox, computer, laptop, mirrors, doors, etc. All of these are objects. Okay, I have already told you that objects could be made up of only one material or could be made up of many material. For example, here we have a wooden chair that we have made up of just one material, that is wood. On the other side, that we had a pencil that is made up of many materials like rubber, metal, wood, graphite, etc. Now I believe that you have completely understood the difference between objects and material. Here pencil is the object and wood, metal, graphite, rubber are the materials which are used to make the pencils. Okay. And now you need to understand two important things, that the object is made up of large varieties of materials. Okay, here you can see a table and chairs are made up of using wood, plastic, iron, etc. Toys are made up of using wood, plastic, paper, etc. And leather is used to make a shoe. Okay, and you can see glass and plastics are used to make tumbler. You can see so many examples over here. Okay, and students, the other thing which you need to understand is a given material could be used to make a large number of objects. For example, wood could be used to make a chair, table, bed, door, plow, bullock cart, boat, etc. Books, calendars, newspapers, magazines, paperbacks, etc. are used to make a paper. And similarly, you can see a leather which could be made up of using bags, shoes, jackets, etc. Now we know that there are varieties of materials and these varieties of materials are used to make different objects. But how we decide that a particular material is suitable for making a particular object? Why a window is made of glass? Why a cup is made of plastic or clay or not of cloth? A white chair or table is made up of wood or plastic and not with a paper. What is the reason for this? Yes, based on the answer, you can see that based on the properties of materials, they are used for making different objects. For example, a tea or a coffee mug is always made with a clay or plastic material because it is a purpose is to hold the liquid. Okay, but if we try to make a coffee mug with a cloth material, it will not be able to hold the liquid. Similarly, Windows are always fixed with glass so that we can always see outside even when they are closed. Right? Yes. Okay, today we are mainly discussing the properties like first it is appearance, hardness, solubility, density and finally transparency. These many points we are mainly discussing in this chapter. Based on the properties, based on these properties, let us separate it in a different groups. Okay, and today we are going to discuss only two properties. The first property it is appearance of the materials. At a look, a material how it looks like. That is the appearance, the external look. Okay, coming to the second property, that is hardness. Okay, whether the substance is hard or soft. Based on these two properties, let us group it into the materials into separate group. Okay. The first property it is appearance. Appearance means how a material looks like. Based on the appearance, the materials are classified into two. One is lustrous materials and the second it is non-lustrous materials. Most of the metals like diamond, gold, silver, iron are lustrous, whereas wood, plastic, etc. are non-lustrous. Okay, these are the two classification. And now we will move to the next property, that is hardness or softness. You can see the most of the substance like iron, wood, stone, glass, diamond, etc. are hard materials. Okay, hard materials means which will be difficult to compress or scratch. Whereas soft materials are the materials which are soft, which can be easily stretched. The examples like cotton, sponge, rubber, wool, etc. Why a chair is so hard? Because a chair should hold the weight of the whole person. Like same way, here you can see the mattresses also. Okay.